How do you guys do it? You Irish actors who can stay up all night knocking back the sauce and go on the set the next morning and give a brilliant Academy Award-winning performance.
Stamina.
Is that it? It's a miracle to me. I mean, if I have 2 jars of, or cups of Ovaltine, I can't do the show. Do you do that, or is that exaggerated? Do you stay up all night, and has anyone ever stayed up all night and then reported to work the next morning the way you and Burton are supposed to be able to do?
I was just thinking, we have this reputation, a few of us. And one day, Peter Finch, a man I admire enormously, who is also accredited with these gifts, we were looking at a painting and having an argument about whether this particular piece of paint had been put on with a palette knife or a thumb. Mm-hmm. And Finchy said to me, he said, we're like a couple of rather dusty academicians discussing pigmentation. He said, you know, son, he said, we shouldn't be caught doing this. He said, oh, we're finished. We should be out raising hell.
Ruining your reputation?
Yeah. Yeah.
But can it be done to stay up all night boozing and then go to work the next day and act?
Well, if it's true, I mean, I'm not going to deny it.
Please don't.
Anyone who knows me wouldn't dare vindicate what anything I do. Ignorance may, if they want to asperse it, I don't care. But if, in fact, I did do this, say on a film like Lion in Winter,
yes.
If I was, if I made a friendship, which I know will endure, both professionally and personally, with Kate Hepburn, if at the same time I could cast it, work night and day on it, play one of the hugest roles I've ever encountered, and be footless, raving drunk at the same time, I must be Titanic, so I'm not going to deny that at all. No.
True. I see, because it would be immodest to claim to be able to do all of that.
Yeah, it would. Mind you, there is one little thing. Richard Burton and I, once we were filming Becket, and we were being almost choir boy-like. We were so angelic. And we were both on the wagon, and we'd finished our sequence, and then unannounced to him or me, we didn't tell each other, we both went on an enormous bat. And then they found that there was a little bit of the sequence missing, which involved no words, but it needed our physical presence. And so search parties were sent out, and I was found somewhere or other at 3 in the morning and put into a car and take to the studio. And they found Richard in a different part of the town, and he was shoved in the car. And I got to the makeup room at about 7:30, and I was 110. And I said, do the best you can, Charlie, and he did fine things with ice and one thing and another. By about 8:30, I was about 65. And 4 or 5 cups of black coffee later and recovering, and I was feeling quite good. I was at about 50. And I walked out of the dressing room door, and coming down the corridor was the oldest Welshman I've ever seen in my life. And it was Richard.
140, eh?
Yeah.
Oh, and that's why in that movie you're 2 years older.
Yeah.
It's like,